Demonstrators took to the streets last night in Pittsburgh to protest the deadly shooting of an unarmed teenager by a police officer. Investigators say 17-year-old Antoine Rose was a passenger in a car that was suspected of being connected to a drive-by shooting on Tuesday evening. New details are just breaking. The district attorney's office says Rose had an empty magazine clip in his pocket. Video of the shooting shows the officer firing 3 times at Rose as his back is turned. He later died at a local hospital. Now, tragically, Rose actually wrote a poem about police killings just 2 years ago when he was only 15. A protester gave a powerful reading in the street. Take a listen.
I am not what you think. I am confused and afraid. I wonder what path I will take. I hear that there's only 2 ways out. I see mothers bury their sons. I want my mom to never feel that pain. I'm confused and afraid. I pretend all is fine. I feel like I'm suffocating. I touch nothing, so I believe all is fine. I worry that it isn't enough. I cry no more. I'm confused and afraid. I understand people believe I'm just a statistic. I say to them I'm different. I dream of life getting better. I try my best to make my dream true. I hope that it does. I am confused and afraid.
The words of Antoine Rose in a poem he wrote when he was just 15. Authorities are still trying to unravel exactly what happened. We do know the identity of the police officer now who pulled the trigger. Last hour, I spoke with our Athena Jones in Pittsburgh about where the investigation stands.
Hi, Michaela. Well, his name is Michael Rosefeld. He has been placed on administrative leave as this investigation unfolds. He had just been sworn in to the East Pittsburgh Police Department, but he had experience as a police officer. We've learned that he was an officer at the University of Pittsburgh from October of 2012 until January of this year. And the school's spokesman says the university is cooperating with the Allegheny County Police Department's investigation of this matter. They've turned over his personnel records to that agency, and so that investigation is ongoing. The police have asked for patience while they carry out a thorough investigation. Michaela?
Police are asking for patience. The family doesn't want to see violence erupt or unrest. What are protesters asking for? Transparency? They clearly want answers, right?
Absolutely, Michaela. And I should mention that the protests, certainly last night, the last couple of nights, have been nonviolent. Last night, there was 1 arrest in the wee hours of the morning as police tried to clear a nearby highway the protesters had blocked for several hours. But these protesters want justice. They want accountability for the police department. I talked to people young and old. I spoke with a 60-year-old woman who was carrying a sign saying, "Stop killing our babies." She wants to see better training for the police force. And she also wants to see this officer, Michael Rosefeld, imprisoned. Listen to the message of one young protester, Christian Carter.
It's affecting us right here at home, and it's important for us to occupy our spaces and occupy and know that we are shutting it down if we don't get justice.
We are shutting it down if we don't get justice. We heard that phrase many times over the course of several hours of marching with protesters last night. The group started out about 100 strong here outside the East Pittsburgh Police Department. But by the time it marched 3 miles up the road to Interstate 376 to shut it down, it had grown to about 300. But again, it was nonviolent. There was a lot of, there was some emotion, certainly, but a lot of chants, a lot of togetherness. At one point, they ordered pizza over to the blockade.